Hello, I'm Martinez. My name is Itzell, and I'll be having my next giveaway when I reach 500 subscribers. I will have questions during the live, and when I reach 450, I'll do the questions again in a premiere. Right now, let's see what palettes are up for grabs this go round. So be sure to share me out to help me get there. Be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Good evening, everyone. I'm Martinez. My name is Itzell. It's a get ready with me. We will be using this Natasha Denona palette to create 3 looks. So this first one, somebody asked me to try like a gothic look, so I'm gonna do my best. Yeah, watching a video to give me an idea because I don't know, I never tried for gothic looks, so we're just gonna have fun. I'm gonna try to use like dark colors and go with that. So I'm gonna start with, I guess, Rebellion. I don't know what other. Oh, okay. Yeah, go with Rebellion and then add Groove to it. It looks similar. It's a little lighter. So yeah. Don't mind me looking down in my mirror. Let's see which side this is. Okay. So how have you been? I've been really good. Don't mind my burn if you see it. It's healing. So by the time you're seeing this video, it's probably healed. I'm filming it like in the 20s, like 23rd, 24th, 25th, something like that. So I think it was something like that. It just seems like so many people that I see doing these looks, either their eyebrows are super thin, like so it's way higher than it should be, or they just have a really big gap between like their eyeball and their eyebrow where they can do these like really intense looks, where it doesn't get in the brow and you have like space. Like I don't have any space. So as far as I know, you can't really change that. You can like shake your eyebrows off, redraw them, but I'm not gonna do that. Like that's just not who I am. And I'm not that committed to any look. Like, it's taken me so long to get them to look like this. Like, no. And we can blame over plucking for that. So if you've never really overplucked, don't do it. Trust me, you'll regret it when your eyebrows don't want to go back. Or they grow back, but like real sparse. I think it's sparse. Um, yeah, let's see. So she did this. Like I'm so like I just wish the videos would go slower or they're able to pause them because you're really not like well, you have to hold it down and it's just like I don't know, you get the right spot. So it looked like she kind of buffed it out with like another brush. Hmm. Can you buff it out with this? Alright, I think that's as best we're gonna get it. Alright. Okay, so she buffed it out. She put another color on top. So let's clean this brush. I don't have like an insane amount of brushes. It looks like a lot, but it's not an insane amount. Like if you have an insane amount, I'd use so many brushes. But then again, reusing the brushes you already use is convenient because that way you don't have to clean like 50 brushes after like one use. I don't know how people do that. All right, so we're gonna go in with Grove. And put it on top. And it looks darker than it is because it's wet. So I don't know how it's gonna look when it dries. Alright. So let me know if you haven't already. What do you think of me doing the Reddit stories? Would you want to see more? Would you want me to do its own day? Because I'm contemplating that. I really like I miss having 4 videos a week. It's like I'm not quite there to bring my shout out Saturdays back. So yeah, it's a really busy time for me. So maybe in the summertime I can really work on that because I want to bring them back. Like I miss shouting people out. But you know, sometimes you gotta do what you can. All right, okay. Was it the same brush? I couldn't tell. Let's see. Let's look. It's the only brush I have that's similar to the ones that she's using. So it looked like she went with the color like up here and then brought it like oops, brought it down. Like it's gonna be like way down for me. Because this is so fluffy. Like I don't know how she gets it concentrated. All right. So don't mind all the yelling in the background. That's my brother that's gaming. Sometimes it's just like that. Um, so yeah, the different parts shouldn't have all the yelling. We shall see. Hopefully it's not too distracting. If it is, I'm sorry. Put it on mute. No. Anyways, um, oh yeah, I'm gonna go in with O part. It's just O and part, I'm guessing. It's like a brown shade. Hmm. Like, huh. Yeah, there's like nothing darker than this. There's not like a black shade, so we're gonna see like goth inspired, but not like really goth colors. Yeah, I don't know what I think of it. I'm not sure how this is gonna come out, but regardless, I'm having fun. So, and I say this all the time if you watch me, like that's what it's about. It's about having fun. It's not about perfection. Like anybody that can get their makeup perfect every time without touching up, without like using um, a makeup wipe or anything, you're amazing. I don't know anybody that can do that. Even Michaela touches up. So, and she's not perfect. She just, I think she comes out with pretty looks that are like her style. All right, let's see. Okay, she puts another color on top, but I used all my dark colors. Um, hmm. If I want to stick with like the colors that I'm using, then I think I can I think she used a brush like this. I think I can use Amara. Oh wait, no, she did not use a brush like this. She used one like this. Is it like Ngate? I'm having fun. And that's all you can really ask for is having fun. Mm. I'm debating if I want to cut the crease because she didn't. She just put powder on top, like in the inside. I'm like, wait till they. Don't mind me looking down and trying to figure this out. Okay, she brought the color down too. I missed that part. Oh, she took it out and she brought it down. We'll try to fix that in a second. Yeah, I don't know. I'm having fun though. No, I said that a lot, but I am. Wait, it's different. It's so not me. But sometimes it's a good thing. It's good to push yourself past your comfort zone and try, things you wouldn't normally try. Sorry, don't mind me. Sometimes my eyes get really watery when I'm doing makeup, and a makeup artist that works with or for, I'm not really sure. Jeffree Star said, when you have watery eyes, sometimes they water because you take too much time focusing on your eyes and you need to do it quicker or take breaks. So yeah, I definitely need to do that because I did not take any breaks and I didn't feel like it was that long, but I guess long enough where my eyes are like, we need to water. So we're almost done with this look. Almost. I think that's as best as I'm gonna get it. It's so dark. Yeah, like it doesn't show that she's laying anything down unless she just didn't show that. All right, so it looks like she uses a brush like this and puts down a really light powder. So let's go with Mud because it's the lightest one in here. How do you think it looks so far? Let me like get the brush out of my face. It looks interesting to me. I'm not done, but yeah. The only thing that's gonna be really hard, um, is she does um like the eyeliner, like when it's like right here in the inner corner, and I've never been good with that. So it's like, do I keep that or do I skip that? Because I don't want to mess it up. I may skip it and hope it looks good without it. But so far, I'm liking how it's coming together. It's very different than what I normally do. But maybe that's a good thing. It's good to push yourself. It's good to try new things. Like, let me know what are like the new things that you've tried to push yourself out of your comfort zone. It doesn't have to be makeup related. It can be like let's say you're like me and you're kind of socially awkward and it's hard for you to like talk to people like, have you gone up to like strangers and started conversations or complimented them or anything, you know? Because it's like, oh yeah, stranger danger, but it's like they're always going to be strangers if you don't try to get to know them. Because you didn't always know your friends, but you have them, right? So it's about trying to get to know people. I'm so bad with that. I need to take my own advice. Like I try so hard, but it's like I don't always click with people. And then I'm such I'm such a nerd, so it's just like when people hear anime and run for the woods, that's just like, well, that's one way to scare people away. Haven't found my nerd friends yet, but I have faith. All right, I think that's as good as I'm gonna get it. It's not quite like hers, but it's good enough. Okay, yeah. So I think I'm gonna go off camera to finish this look. She didn't put any like thing on the brow bone, so I guess I won't do that. I don't know if I'm gonna do the inner corners. I'm back. What do you think of the finished look? I know the inner corners aren't perfect, but it's the first time I really did it, so I tried my best. Let's just say that. At the end of the video, I will show you everything I use in all three looks, but for right now, let's go over the shades not in order. So, Mod, Grove, Rebellion, Opart, and Amara is what I did, what I used to put this look together. What do you think? And if you were curious, so I don't forget later, I used a black um, liquid lipstick and this one, the Jeffree Star. So if you can't see it, it's Cutthroat Love. So I was gonna use a brighter red, but I grabbed that one by mistake, and I'm like, oh well, I like the way it looks. I think it goes really well with the look. I feel like the red being brighter, it would pull a little bit more towards the lips, and I like that this one it doesn't really. I think it helps accentuate the look and not draw away from it. So I like that. So let me know what you think of this, gothic inspired look. It's different, it's fun, I like it. Do you think it looks gothic even without having a lot of black? Because it doesn't really have that much black other than the eyeliners. Not really. But I like it a lot. I'm very happy with the look. And stay tuned for part two. Who's ready for part two? Let's get into the look. So, I'm thinking ombre. Yes. So, let's go in with the first shade. I think I'm gonna go in with Vivian. It's this one right here. And see what we end up with. Because I don't know. I'm very excited to see this come together. And I think what I want to do for the shimmer, I want to keep it on. Like I want to go up with the shadow, but I want to keep my shimmer on just like my normal crease. Like normally I go above my crease. Like I go above my crease, but I just want to stay within like my actual lid and keep the shimmer just down to give it a little bit of a different look. Cause I considered going all matte, uh like um the first look, but I'm like, I want at least some shimmer. So I thought I would tone it down a little and go from there. But I think I want to use primer and not concealer. That's where my thought process is. So let me know if you have this palette. Have you created looks? If you don't have this palette, do you have any Natasha Denona palettes? Do you have like a big palette? So always pay attention to channels, watch all the videos all the way through whenever you can, or like make sure you're listening at least, because they'll have giveaways and sneaky giveaways and whatnot. So you never know when you could win a palette. I won this palette, so you never know. Never give up. All right, second color. I think I'm gonna use a color that I used yesterday. I'm gonna go with nude mauve. So I think this is gonna look really pretty. I might do that one. Don't mind me talking to myself because I'm not sure. I'm always changing my mind because I thought I was gonna go with one color that's kind of brickish. That's the best way to describe it. But I'm like, oh, there's a purple color that looks really pretty. I love purple. I don't have a lot of purple, but I've always liked like nudes and like neutrals and purples and pinks for my eyeshadow because it's typically the colors that I think look best on my lids. So, oops, let's go with Andy. So we went with nude mauve down here, and now we're gonna go with Andy up here. I think Andy was a good choice because Andy looks really good. All right. I'm having fun coming up with you know, colors that work well. And if you're wondering, I'm definitely gonna try the ombre look for the waterline. I'm so sorry. I felt that like coming. It really felt like, like, oh, I have a tickle in my throat. Like, it really felt like that. I could feel it coming on. I'm sorry, it's real life here. Don't mind that. I know a lot of people say that and they edit it a lot. Like, I do edit. I do add like cutesy things. Like, I wish I had like cutesy things just popping up behind me, but that's not real. If only, but if somebody's in there like being like over the top, like telling me you don't have little emojis popping up just behind you, like what? Like, just being silly, like that'd make my day. All right, let's see. I didn't think of what I wanted to do for my inner corner. Why did this make me think of the ice cream? I know you know which one I'm talking about. It's like vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. The name is eluding me. I know what it is, but it's not coming to me, so bear with me. Alright, I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I don't know. Mm, let's try this shimmer. Alright. Question is, I think I'm gonna cut my crease with the one I normally do. Alright, let's see. Here it is. I'm like, where is it? I think I know which lippy I want to do for this look. Because to me, it's the only lippy I have near me that kind of goes with this look. I've been very big on keeping my lip like looking like it's a part of the look, because like some people have the lip like completely stand out like too, but I just really been trying to get everything look like it goes together lately. Not always, because sometimes I forget how bright a lip is and I go with it. I'm like, oh well, we're just gonna do this now. So I'm not taking it off. Like I could, but I don't like to. So that's just my own preference. I know not everybody's like that. So and I have a cat coming, so I'm not sure if you'll see her. And then you're like, her? Don't you mean him? No, I mean her. It's Corona. I know, she's never here. Her brother must be asleep or something. Hi, mamas. She doesn't like to be in the camera like he does. Um, yeah. Sometimes I can lure her, sometimes I can't. Let's see. She's kind of coming, but you're not able to see her. I'll try to get her over here, but I don't think it's gonna work. Now I have to move my mirror back or move it to where I can still see me. I have to like tighten it because Lucy likes to mess with it and she always makes it loose. Alright, let's see. Got that down. Which shimmer? To go with the look, we could go. Oh, that's pretty. I think we want to go with the look. So Helio, when I used this before, in a different look. I know it's so weird for me to stay like just on my lid. But I know so many people do that. They stay on their lid like it, well, it is like it's natural, and it's just like I'm just so used to going over. But yeah, I mean, this is what I used to do when I was a teenager. I never went above. I always stayed, um, you know, where my lid is, because that's what seemed normal and natural to me. And now it feels like so surreal. I was like, hey, I remember the last time I did this. Well, actually, no, it wasn't too long ago. It was for another look, but before that, I don't know. You'd have to tell me. Uh, let's go with inner corner. I think I'm gonna go in with psychedelic, so really pretty pink. Speaking of COVID, he's here too. He's probably like, sister, what are you doing here? Maybe I should have waited for this till when I do the under eye, but oh well. It's out of order. And now I'm realizing I don't have the kind of brush I need right here. Here we go. So now I'm going to remove the tape to do the under eye. That's never going to stop feeling good. It's just not. Okay, gonna go in with Vivian. He knows how to make an entrance, doesn't he? Oh, don't show your bottom to the world. So, don't mind him. It's like somebody dropped a bomb on me. Alright, let's try this. Alright, next color, nude mauve. Don't mind me saying it so I can just remember. Now going with Andy. All right. What do we think of the look so far? Give me that. Give me that. He tries to eat plastic or tape. Anybody else can't do that? Is it just him? So, oh yeah, lip. He's hiding all my lip products. Dude, what fell? Oh, I would be so scared if he actually started talking to me. He's coming in there. Let's see. Don't come at me if this is all wrong. I can't really see. Like, I can see. Ish. He got bored. Yep. They're not supposed to be on the table, but I'm not going to yell at them right now. This has always been so interesting to me, flower petal applicator. It's so different. If you never tried anything with a flower petal applicator, it feels like part of it, when you get it just right, it feels like it's like hugging your lips. It's really like weird and interesting and kind of like good, almost like giving your lips a massage. So I'm gonna go off and be right back with the finished look. I'm back. What do you think? Personally, I think it's very pretty. I like it a lot. So don't forget, stay tuned for part 3. And then, at the end, I'll show you everything that I use. But, at the end, also let me know which look was your favorite, or do you like two or all three? Rank them. Like, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. I don't know if today's look is gonna be my favorite or if it'll be tomorrow's. I know it's not tomorrow for you, but it'll be tomorrow for me. Or maybe the next day. I'm debating, when I want to do it. So we shall see. But for right now, I'll be back in a second. Who's ready for part 3? So first, before we get into the last look of the video, I want to show you what I won from Glamlight. So I've told you this before. All kinds of companies have lives weekly, and a lot of them do giveaways. Glamlight was doing a giveaway, and I won. This is what I won. So I will probably be using this in my next video, my next Get Ready With Me. I'm a little nervous because if you haven't seen it before, the colors are very bold. Isn't that so cute? Oh, look at what it says next to the mirror. Hopefully you can read that. So cute. But yeah, let's cover that up again so you can get a good look. See what I'm saying? They're very bold for me. So a lot of people say with the bold colors, you have to go in with the light hand. So we're going to give it a shot. Maybe I'll love it. I don't know. So stay tuned for that. Let's get into the last look. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do this go around. I'm going to throw everything together. And I'm sorry I forgot to do swatches for part 2. I remember that when I was like looking at my clips and I'm like, ooh, I forgot something. So I think I want to go in with Nude Mauve. So we're going to go with Nude Mauve all over the lid. Don't mind me looking down in my mirror. Let me scoot it back a little bit. There we go. So no tape today. I wanted just to go without it. But I'm hoping, for a really pretty and fun look. I don't know if you think like my base looks like different. This go around, I'll try to remember to put the link from Instagram on on in the description. Because celebrities, influencers, like they are all on this kick about showing you their makeup routine or their skincare routine, but in this case it was their makeup routine and someone was recreating JLo's, and I'm like, oh, I want to try it because JLo's skin always looks like flawless. So I wanted to know, what does she do? So tried my best to recreate it, and it looks really pretty. The only tweak that I did that wasn't included in the video was I color corrected first, because to me that's very important. Like, I'm trying to hide the dark circles as much as possible, and sometimes with just concealer it doesn't work the best for me. So but I feel like people don't really pay attention too much. I think it's just my own like insecurity. I feel like most people that just most people, not even you, don't even have to do makeup or like beauty or anything, but I think most people have some kind of insecurity about themselves, whether it's related to their face or not. In my dark circles is one of mine. So like some people, they have big bags under their eyes and they hate it. Some people it's their nose, and that's why they contour it so much. Like, And no. So if you have something about your face that you don't really like, you're not alone. The only other thing, this is self-inflicted. I did this. My eyebrows I overplucked, so they don't grow back the way they should. So I'm mad I have less to work with, but that was my own fault. So they look pretty good. Yes, I filled them in. For how much overplucking I did. And that's advice I give anybody. If you haven't, overplucked, please don't do it. Don't regret it. I know I already went in, you know, with like all over the lid, but I kind of want to brighten it up. I'm going with Mod, that really light pink. Just look too dark for me. Don't mind me never making up my mind. It's just like a woman, isn't it? There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm having fun, and I tell you guys all the time, that's what it's all about. It's just about having fun. And if anybody wants to see me trying to do that JLo look like on camera, I can. It's just I don't think as you're doing it, it's all that pretty looking. But end result, I'm happy. I think my face looks really pretty. So there's that. All right, let's see. I think I want to go in with Go-Go. I think I wanted to use this last time and I didn't. So I used Nude Mauve, Mod, and now I'm going in with Go-Go. So, yeah. I think I'm so bad with dates. I think the week that you're seeing this, I'll be going live again on Friday. Let me double check. Like, when are my videos coming out? You know me, I like to have all my ducks in a row. Let's see. Videos. Okay. Maybe not, maybe yes. Let's see. Yes, yes, I will. So look out for Friday night going live. Don't forget, Friday night, the 10th, going live. We can talk about Mother's Day or something. Hmm. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just having fun. It's all about throwing stuff together and hoping it looks good and just, you know, doing stuff that's fun and pretty. I think I'm gonna go in with Grove. Having so much fun. I love pretty looks Like honestly, it feels like painting. Like not just like your eyes, but even doing that like JLo base for my face. Um, it also felt like painting. What I found interesting is because I've heard it both ways. Some people like to contour their face and all of that before their foundation, and I do that after foundation. So I heard it both ways. Let me know if you contour. Um, do you do it first or second? Before foundation or after? Like, cause like normally it doesn't really feel like art to me, but today doing like JLo's, like it really did. It felt like art. It felt like painting, and then like when they buff it out and then they're done. Like that's what it felt like, and I really enjoyed it. It was very much trust the process because it's like before you blend everything out, sometimes you're like, I have no idea how this is gonna look. Right now, it looks kind of scary. So it was very much trust the process. But that's not always a bad thing, in my opinion. Because even though something may look scary as you're like throwing it together, by the end result, it looks stunning. So trust the process. I never know how high to put up shadow because of my eyes and they droop a little bit. And I hope you don't mind that sound. That's the dog. She likes to scratch by the door. Sometimes she wants to come in and sometimes she's just scratching. So yeah. Right now I don't know which one it is. Alright, let's see. Gonna go back in with Go Go. Hmm. I don't know how it looks on your end, but on my end it looked like I was missing like a chunk of shadow. It just looks so weird. That's why I'm like making sure it's like it looks alright. It doesn't look like I'm missing any because it looks so weird. I think that's pretty good. It still looks like I'm missing some on this side. But I think that's as good as I'm gonna get it. But I want to go in with a different shade. I don't have a brush. Like I have a brush, but I didn't bring that for my under eye. I want to go in with Rebellion. I don't know if it's as dark as Grove or close. They look very similar. It just looks really pretty. So I want to put it under my eye and Honestly, I don't know if I want to go in with a shimmer or not. We'll see. I might. No glue and maybe a shimmer. Alright, let's see. I think I'll go in with glitz and use psychedelic as like brow bone and inner corner. Let's see. Spray this brush. Don't forget, oops, spray the palette a little. It's like I got distracted. I'm gonna go over everything that I used at the end. Let me know, does anybody else feel like doing your makeup feels like painting? I used to love to paint, but I haven't done it in a long time. Where's my brush? Just buffing it out a little since it looked like, at least on that side, the shimmer wanted to come. Alright, so we did that. Now to do inner corner and brow bone. That was so much fun. Alright, I think it looks really pretty. So, I am gonna finish my look and then be back. I swear I put that away. I don't know if I want to do my lip on camera or not. Okay, I'll do my lip and then I'll be back. Alright. Alright. I'm back. What do you think of the look? Personally, I think it's beautiful. Remember, this is the palette we use. All the shades. Alright, here they are. I know you can't really see all of them. So, first shade, Nude Mauve, and underneath it, it blends in, is Mod. So, Nude Mauve, Mod, and Go-Go, Grove, Rebellion, Glitz, and Psychedelic. I know those shimmers hard to see, but I swear they're there. So let's go over everything I used. Remember, this is in no order, and I'm not going over like specific. This day I used this day. No, we're just everything. So glitter primer. Pretty sure I used this on one of these days. I think so. I think it was like look two. So gloss. This one and this one. So this is ColourPop and this is Jeffree Star. So ColourPop and Jeffree Star. And I use this lip liner from Ofra. Let's see, what other lippy? I use the Supreme Gloss. It's also Jeffree Star. I use a lot of Jeffree Star. So Ofra and this one. So I meant to make it more like an ombre kind of look, but my black ended up being my liner, which it still looked beautiful. Sometimes things don't come out the way you hope, but I liked it. So setting powder, setting spray, e.l.f. color corrector. So I can't remember if I did this with the first look, but at least the second and third. So I started mixing this because it was too dark. So I mixed it with my lightest concealer to make it more peachy toned, and that helped a lot because makeup artist said to use red or can like to color correct, and I see a lot of people using it, but their complexion is darker than mine, so I'm like, it doesn't work. But the peachy one does. I don't have a peachy one, so I just use these colors to create a peach. I don't have a concealer lighter than that one, so my concealer, primer. I love this. It smells so good. Foundation. Highlight. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So let's see. Too Faced bronzing stick. I'm having so much fun using this. So blush and bronzer. Put it on top. Alright. I'm at the Beauty Liners. Now, I think I just used it for the very first look to try to do the inner corner one, which I didn't nail, but we'll get there with time. Mascara. So, liners. I use this brown shade inner look. I use the black, like down here for a look, and then mostly tight line, and then use this one for the waterline today. Sometimes I use tape. brow pencil, Wonder Beauty brow gel. That's everything I use. Let me know, what do you think of all the looks? Which one is your favorite? Honestly, I'm not sure. I like this one a lot. So you let me know which one you like the best. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you can join me tomorrow in the live. Most likely 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.